Today, we're here to talk about batteries, specifically those used in Ford electric vehicles, including a new battery chemistry coming this year that will help us make EVs more affordable.
For EVs, what if one battery could change everything we know about electric vehicles? BYD has just revealed a game-changing innovation, their latest Blade battery, and it's not just better, it's revolutionary. We're talking lightning-fast charging, lower costs, and safety features that might leave competitors scrambling to catch up. But here's the real question. How did BYD pull this off? What's hidden behind this powerful leap in EV technology? Stay with us, because what we're about to uncover might just reshape the road ahead for the entire auto industry.
One of BYD's more than 5,000 mainland Chinese stores. The company is the market leader when it comes to EVs in China.
EVs today, battery challenges and limits of lithium-ion. Electric vehicles are no longer just a vision of the future. They're quickly becoming part of everyday life. More people are making the switch, drawn by the appeal of reduced fuel expenses and environmentally friendly driving. Yet one critical challenge continues to slow things down: the battery. Even with all the advancements, battery technology has struggled to keep up. Charging can be time-consuming, battery life doesn't last as long as drivers would like, and the cost remains high. These issues have made some people think twice before buying an EV. Most electric cars today still rely on lithium-ion batteries that use metals such as cobalt, nickel, and manganese. These elements help store a lot of energy, which is great for longer trips, but they also come with major downsides. For starters, extracting and processing these metals is costly, which increases the overall price of EVs, making them more expensive than traditional gasoline cars. Safety is another big concern. Batteries made from these materials can overheat and, in extreme cases, catch fire or even explode.
2 electric cars were destroyed after catching fire overnight. Happened about 2:30 this morning near Greenbrier Lane and Imperial Highway in La Habra.
Reports of such incidents have made many drivers nervous. And there's also the problem of limited supply. Some of these metals, like cobalt, are mainly sourced from specific areas, most notably the Democratic Republic of Congo, raising worries about long-term availability and ethical mining practices. BYD's Blade battery innovation. Because of how these raw materials are collected and where they come from, manufacturers have faced supply issues and growing concerns over fair and ethical sourcing practices. BYD recognized these challenges early on, and instead of making minor fixes, they took a bold step to rethink the entire approach. Their goal wasn't just to build another version of the same battery. They wanted something smarter, safer, more affordable, and highly efficient. That vision became a reality in 2020 when they introduced what's now known as the Blade battery. Unlike most electric car batteries, which rely heavily on nickel and cobalt, BYD's new design uses lithium iron phosphate, also known as LFP. This one major change addressed several ongoing problems: safety and efficiency improvements. For starters, it significantly boosted safety. A major risk with older battery types is something called thermal runaway, where overheating can spiral out of control, causing dangerous fires or even explosions. BYD put their battery through one of the toughest safety challenges in the industry, the nail penetration test. While many batteries catch fire during this trial, BYD's Blade battery didn't even flinch. It stayed intact through pressure, heat, and deformation. Beyond safety, the switch to LFP helped reduce manufacturing costs. Because this chemistry doesn't depend on costly and rare materials like cobalt or nickel, it's much cheaper to produce. That directly translates to more budget-friendly electric vehicles for buyers. Another major win? Longer life. Regular lithium-ion batteries tend to weaken after a few years, cutting into a vehicle's range. But the Blade battery is much more resilient. It can handle up to 5,000 charging cycles, offering a much longer usable life. Next-gen Blade battery features. With these major benefits, the Blade battery quickly earned its place among the top battery solutions in the EV world. But BYD wasn't done. They've now pushed the envelope even further with the release of their next-generation Blade battery, a new version that builds on everything they've already accomplished. And with their new Peng car brand, recently launched in Europe, it's clear they're aiming even higher. BYD has expanded into 15 European markets in under a year, and now they're making headlines again with the release of their upgraded Blade battery. What's different this time? Let's start with power. The new version holds more energy than before. While the previous battery had a solid capacity, the updated one reaches 190 watt-hours per kilogram, a 27% boost. In simple terms, it can store more electricity without growing in size or weight. For drivers, that means EVs equipped with this battery can travel longer distances without needing a larger battery pack. Next up is charging time, a common frustration among electric car owners. Unlike filling up a gas tank in a few minutes, charging often takes too long. But BYD has addressed this head-on. The new Blade battery can go from 30% to 80% charge in just half an hour using a high-speed DC charging setup that delivers up to 110 kilowatts.
In fact, we just took out the recent high is BYD. 4.5% at about 403. We're coming off highs a little bit, but I believe we should still be above the pre-cash call level there intraday.
That's a major leap forward in convenience. It's not just faster, it's smarter too. The battery stays cooler while charging, which means less energy is lost, and the battery holds up better over time, improving both performance and lifespan. But how did BYD make all of this possible? None of these upgrades happened overnight. This wasn't some accidental breakthrough. It took years of continuous development, careful testing, and smart design choices. Each improvement built on the last, leading to this impressive result. One of the key changes is in the battery's makeup. Many EV batteries use materials like cobalt, nickel, and manganese to increase energy capacity. However, these elements come with big problems. They're costly, hard to obtain, and can make batteries unstable. BYD went in another direction. Their Blade battery relies on lithium iron phosphate, a material known for being safer and more stable. LFP cells are far less likely to overheat, making them a much more reliable choice for electric vehicles. This change in chemistry is one of the biggest reasons BYD was able to raise the bar in battery technology. These batteries are more affordable because they don't rely on pricey, hard-to-find materials. Plus, they have a longer lifespan, making them a smarter choice over time. But BYD didn't stop with just better materials. They went further by refining how those materials are processed, redesigning the battery layout, and improving energy storage methods. The result? Better performance and greater efficiency than ever before. BYD's production and cost benefits. Another big reason behind BYD's success is how they build their products. Unlike many other electric car companies, BYD handles nearly every step of the battery-making process themselves. From design to production, everything happens in-house. This full control lets them make upgrades and fix problems more quickly than companies that depend on outside suppliers. With this newest version of the Blade battery, BYD made the production line more efficient, updated the internal parts for stronger performance, and got rid of unnecessary steps that add to costs. The outcome is a battery that's not just strong, but also cost-effective. They've also made serious strides in temperature control. All batteries heat up when they're used or charged, and too much heat can lead to damage, or worse, fire. Cooling systems are usually needed to handle this, but they often make batteries more complex and expensive. BYD solved this by focusing on the materials themselves. Their new design creates less heat in the first place, meaning less cooling is needed. This helps the battery work more safely, use energy more efficiently, and last longer.
A deal between Australian company Nexport and global giant BYD, the China-based car manufacturing company part-owned by American billionaire Warren Buffett.
Market impact and competition. So, what does this mean for the future of electric vehicles? For years, Top automakers like Tesla, General Motors, and Volkswagen have relied on traditional lithium-ion batteries made with metals like cobalt and nickel. While these batteries hold a lot of energy, they're expensive, can overheat, and face sourcing issues that can delay production. BYD's second-generation Blade battery changes all that. They've tackled these challenges head-on and come up with a solution that checks all the boxes. Let's talk about cost. High battery prices have been one of the biggest hurdles in making electric vehicles accessible to more people. Cobalt and nickel drive those costs up, and relying on third-party suppliers makes things even more unpredictable. BYD's LFP-based battery doesn't need those costly materials, and because the company manages every stage of development and production, they can keep expenses down without cutting corners on quality. This gives them the power to sell EVs at lower prices, forcing other brands to rethink their strategies just to keep up. Safety is another huge factor. While fires in electric cars don't happen often, when they do, they grab a lot of attention. Electric vehicles are meant to help reduce pollution, but if their batteries overheat or catch fire, they can pose serious risks. Older lithium-ion batteries sometimes overheat, and in rare cases, they can even burst into flames or explode. This has been a major concern for both car makers and drivers. BYD's original Blade battery was already praised for its strong safety features. It passed some of the toughest safety tests in the industry, including tests where sharp objects were driven through it and extreme heat was applied without catching fire. Now, the latest version raises the bar even more. The new design improves how the battery handles heat, making it even less likely to overheat and more stable overall. This means driving an EV is becoming safer than ever before. But one of the most exciting upgrades is how fast it charges. The new Blade battery can jump from 30% to 80% charge in just half an hour. That's a major breakthrough. One of the main things holding people back from switching to EVs is charging time. Filling up a gas tank takes minutes, while charging often takes much longer. Now, with this new technology, charging an electric vehicle can be nearly as quick and just as convenient. And that's just the start. As charging technology keeps improving, we're getting closer to a future where road trips and long drives in EVs won't require long charging stops. That's a game changer.
6 service areas on the Turnpike will transition to universal open access EV chargers from a company called Apple Green Electric by Friday.
This development has shaken up the entire electric vehicle market. If major companies like Tesla, Volkswagen, and General Motors don't move fast, they could fall behind. Tesla has already begun using LFP batteries in some of its budget-friendly models, which shows even industry leaders see the advantages of safer, more affordable battery chemistry. However, there's a big difference. Tesla still relies on outside suppliers for those batteries. In contrast, BYD makes their Blade batteries entirely on their own. This gives them a major advantage. They control the quality, cut down costs, and can innovate more freely. Meanwhile, Volkswagen and General Motors are still deeply invested in older lithium-ion battery tech. Their factories, supply chains, and equipment are all built around using metals like cobalt and nickel. Switching to a new type of battery would take them years and require a huge investment. It puts them in a tough spot. Stick with what they have and risk falling behind, or spend billions upgrading and face short-term losses. Governments also play a role here. Around the world, countries are pushing for faster adoption of electric vehicles. To meet these goals, batteries need to be cheaper, safer, and more efficient. That's where BYD's new battery could be a turning point. If it becomes the new industry standard, regulators might start encouraging or even requiring other companies to keep up. This could speed up EV adoption globally, making clean, reliable electric cars more accessible for everyone. All of this puts BYD's competitors in a tough spot. If they don't act fast and come up with serious innovations of their own, they risk losing a large part of the market to BYD. But this isn't just about one company pulling ahead. It's about the bigger picture of where transportation is heading. Electric vehicles are becoming more mainstream, but some key issues have kept people from fully embracing them. Things like slow charging, limited range, high costs, and safety doubts have made some buyers hesitate. Now, BYD's latest battery technology tackles all of those challenges at once. BYD
event.
Yeah, so BYD, the investors are reacting to an event last night, BYD hosting, showcasing ultra-fast charging cars.
With faster charging, owning an EV becomes far more convenient. More affordable pricing means more people can consider buying one. Improved range reduces worries about long drives, and better safety gives drivers more peace of mind. Put together, these upgrades are likely to speed up how quickly people adopt EVs. We'll see more people moving away from gas-powered cars, more government support for clean energy vehicles, and more industries adjusting to this shift. But there's still a big question. Are we finally reaching the point where electric cars are not only better for the planet, but also better for drivers' wallets and daily lives? We might be about to find out. BYD's flying car vision.
Flying car is about to take off. NBC News was given exclusive access to see their concept model with our own eyes.
And BYD isn't stopping at ground vehicles. Thanks to its ability to manage every step of production in-house, the company is able to react to market trends quickly, and its next move is nothing short of futuristic. They've now turned their attention to flying cars. BYD is developing a model that they hope to have on roads, or skies, by 2030, and they've already begun testing it. What's really surprising is the price, just $4,999. Their CEO recently unveiled the project, and the news is already creating buzz. For the first time, BYD has surpassed Tesla in revenue, and no one expected them to do it with a flying car that almost anyone could afford. Until now, flying car projects have been luxury experiments with sky-high price tags that only the wealthy could dream of. BYD's new direction is different. It's a bold attempt to make flying transport accessible to regular people and possibly change the way we travel, especially in crowded cities. This launch could be the start of a new era in personal mobility, one where flying cars aren't just for sci-fi movies, but a part of everyday life. What makes this launch stand out is how it blends futuristic technology with a surprisingly low cost, showing BYD's strong move to make advanced innovations available to more people. So, how did the tech world react? Well, it didn't take long for the buzz to start. BYD has already built a strong reputation in the electric vehicle space, known for bringing clean energy solutions to market. But this flying car takes things to a whole new level. It shows that the company isn't just aiming to lead the EV race, it wants to take everyday transportation to the skies. This isn't just a product. It's a bold step toward giving regular folks access to technology that once felt out of reach. It's also a powerful message from China, placing the country at the cutting edge of innovation in personal transport. News of this budget-friendly flying vehicle spread quickly across the globe. Media outlets jumped on the story because, let's face it, this isn't something you see every day. The idea of a flying car costing less than a premium phone or laptop has captured the imagination of tech fans, business analysts, and curious consumers alike. Social media is full of excitement, and people are eager to see what comes next. The price point shocked many in the industry, especially since most other flying car projects target luxury buyers with sky-high prices. Some top tech voices have even spoken out, pointing to how unusual and groundbreaking it is to see flying cars becoming something everyday people might actually afford. Until now, flying vehicles were more of a dream than a reality for most.
Flying car like this may not be available in Ireland anytime soon, but its presence here is a reminder of the Chinese ingenuity.
But BYD's bold move is changing that, shifting the conversation from fantasy to real possibility. This could be the moment that starts a shift toward flying vehicles becoming a common part of daily life. It's also important that the entire system works smoothly as one solid unit. That's something both BYD's designers and their customers appreciate. This launch also highlights China's growing influence in next-gen tech. Over the past few years, the country has taken the lead in areas like artificial intelligence, robotics, and sustainable energy. Now, it's also setting the pace in the field of airborne mobility. But it's not just about creating cutting-edge gadgets. It's also about changing who gets to benefit from them. What really makes this flying vehicle stand out is its cost, just $4,999. In an industry where flying cars have typically been priced in the hundreds of thousands, this is a major shift. Until now, most flying car designs were seen as luxury items meant for wealthy individuals or corporations. BYD's approach is different. For the first time, everyday people can realistically imagine owning a flying car someday. This isn't just a leap in technology, it's a big step in affordability, turning something once seen only in sci-fi into a possible future purchase for regular drivers. It also echoes how transportation has evolved over time. There was an era when only the wealthy could afford automobiles or plane tickets. But over time, as costs dropped and manufacturing became more efficient, these modes of travel became available to everyone. BYD seems to be aiming for the same outcome with flying vehicles. Take something exclusive, bring down the cost, and open it up to the masses. BYD is now taking a bold step by making flying cars more accessible to everyday people.
Flying cars will be a $1.5 to $3 trillion business in 20 years.
Something that hasn't really been done before. After already transforming the electric car space by focusing on low-cost, clean energy vehicles, they're now using the same strategy with this groundbreaking tech. Their new flying car release has caught the attention of major rivals, especially Tesla and other electric vehicle makers. While Tesla has focused more on luxury models and advanced self-driving systems, BYD is taking a different path by pushing affordability. This fresh move changes the dynamics of the market. Tesla has led with high-performance vehicles packed with next-gen features, but BYD's decision to offer a flying car at such a low price challenges the status quo. It shows they're not just sticking to electric cars, they're stepping into entirely new areas and aiming to shape what future transportation looks like. This shift also puts pressure on other companies to think differently. Industry watchers are now waiting to see if big names like Tesla will take notes from BYD's playbook and try to develop their own budget-friendly flying vehicles. BYD's announcement has effectively raised the bar, forcing others to either match their pace or risk being left behind. The impact of this release goes beyond one product. It's about pushing the entire industry forward. With BYD leading this charge, other automakers may be pushed to find new ways to innovate, either by offering better prices, adding unique features, or introducing entirely new vehicle types. This flying vehicle is also in line with BYD's long-term vision for clean and sustainable transportation. Known for making progress in green mobility, the company's flying car likely runs on electric or hybrid energy, staying true to their commitment to reducing pollution and supporting a greener planet. This move isn't just good news for buyers looking for more choices. It also supports greener transportation by encouraging wider use of eco-friendly vehicles. The excitement around BYD's flying car keeps growing, and people want to know all about its capabilities, how far it can travel, how quickly it can fly, and what powers it. We'll dive into all those answers as this video goes on. The future of transportation. Now, let's talk about what we've heard so far and what to expect. This flying car aims to be practical, budget-friendly, and user-friendly. Expect simple, muted color options, nothing flashy, so costs stay down. BYD plans to use materials that are both light and tough, striking a balance between keeping the price low and making sure the car holds up over time. Compact design and controls. Size-wise, it won't be enormous. Reports say it's about 12 feet long and roughly 5 feet wide, tipping the scales at around 1,500 pounds. That's pretty light for something that can take off, which helps it fly more efficiently. The idea is to make a vehicle that can fold into city streets without taking up too much room. Inside the cockpit, You won't find a maze of buttons and switches. The controls are laid out simply and clearly, so even someone with zero flight experience can figure it out quickly. There's no steep learning curve here, just the essential features you need to get from point A to point B, whether that's on the road or in the air. To make landing and takeoff easier, the car comes with wheels that tuck in when you're flying and extend when you touch down. Altogether, this flying car concept is designed to bring affordable, straightforward A to B travel into the hands of everyday people. No rocket science background required. Flight performance, power, and efficiency. The flying car is designed for easy takeoff and landing, requiring only small spaces like parking lots or open fields, thanks to its short takeoff and landing capabilities. Its sleek shape ensures stability during short city flights, making it ideal for transporting both passengers and small goods efficiently within urban areas. Powered by electric motors, BYD's flying car aligns with the company's eco-friendly goals. Running on electricity instead of gasoline reduces costs and pollution, while the quieter motors suit busy city and suburban environments. It can reach speeds of around 80 miles per hour and fly for about 30 to 45 minutes on a full charge, covering roughly 25 to 30 miles, perfect for short trips or daily commutes. The car's range keeps it within legal urban flying zones, avoiding restricted airspace by flying low. Navigation features may include GPS and mobile connectivity, with potential for autonomous flying capabilities in the future, though nothing is confirmed yet. BYD leverages its expertise in electric vehicle batteries to equip the flying car with advanced lithium-ion batteries, supported by China's EV incentives like cheaper loans and research funding. These batteries are designed to last longer and charge faster, taking about an hour for a full recharge. There are plans for a dedicated charging network, possibly supplemented by solar panels, to extend battery life when parked. Safety is a top priority. The car includes automatic stabilization to smooth out flight in windy or bumpy conditions, altitude control to prevent unintended climbs beyond 1,000 feet, and an emergency landing system for handling issues mid-flight. Backup power ensures continued operation if the main battery runs low. BYD has been collaborating with Chinese regulators to meet all safety and flight standards. Approval would be required for use in other countries due to differing aviation laws. Testing follows both local and international guidelines, and as flying cars gain popularity, regulations are expected to evolve. Overall, BYD's flying car offers a green, efficient, and practical solution for urban transportation, providing a faster alternative to ground traffic without aiming to replace airplanes. No matter how fast things change, these safety features make BYD's flying car reliable and secure, something that's super important for people to trust this new kind of technology. It's clear BYD has worked hard to balance top-notch safety with user-friendly design and affordability. This flying car shows how BYD's creativity and experience have pushed them to the cutting edge of innovation. So, what do you think? Are we looking at the start of a whole new chapter in electric vehicles? And when the competition heats up, who do you think will come out on top? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you found this video exciting and eye-opening.